Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here we are now, we're on our next adventure in our next port, and today we are in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and it's part of our 16-night cruise on the wonderful Serenade of the Seas from Fort Lauderdale to Los Angeles, California. And we're on board and we're going to be going off today. But I thought I would share with you this wonderful vista across the port itself, a lovely marina in the distance, and just a quick indication of what the port looks like from the cruise ship here in Puerto Vallarta. And as I say, we are going off today and we're going to explore the town a little bit, the port area, perhaps do some shopping maybe, and then also potentially get some form of bus tour around the port and the town of Puerto Vallarta. So stick with us as we go off today and take a look to see what we can find here in this wonderful city. And on the starboard side of the port itself here in the dock in the port, we can see again a lovely green area. Obviously down below is the arrivals terminal, and quite a built environment, but no doubt some lovely places to go and see and explore. So come with us as we go off today and explore Puerto Vallarta. Stay tuned. Okay, so we got off the ship now and just walked through a very simple gate system, and then here we are, the duty-free shop that we are being shuffled through, which is quite nice in itself, nice and air conditioned, and we've got some good products in there. So let's go in and just take a little look now at some of the products that they have here in the store. And we can see a variety of whiskies and vodkas, and of course a variety of offers, 2 for 1s, 3 for 1s, 3 for 2s, etc. And Sue's having a little look around. Okay, and when you come through the duty-free shop, then it's a nice little colourful area now where you can get to walk out into the little gardens here, and then take a look at whatever options you have relative to tours. They have a little information board here giving an indication of what's where: market, taxi service, shopping mall, etc. And Sue's waiting patiently for me, and a very nice exit area here outside of the port, and a lovely little central area here in the little shopping mall here just adjacent to the port itself, and a great opportunity for a photograph. So this is the area where you come out of the terminal itself, and it's just a quick walk either to the right or to the left onto the main road. And when you get onto the main road, you will see a fairly busy main road. It is afternoon now, but on the left hand side is a rather large superstore, and then there is a mall which we'll show you in a little while. But we are going to get on the local bus service that you can see in front of you now, the little white buses in the centre of the shop, and go down to another part of the town a little bit further down the coast. So stay tuned. Here we are now. We have come out of the port and we've elected to jump on the local bus, and Susie's with me here.
$1 for 2 people.
And we got the local bus down to Malecon, which is just around the bay a little bit, and as you can see, a lovely little rocky beach, but nevertheless nice. There's a few walking tours here, probably arranged through the cruise line. Bus services seem to be quite good. 50 cents to come round here to Malecon, and that was very cheap. There's a Signal Frogs here, and there is a number of little local stores and a nice little boardwalk here, I'm going to call it that, on the main road. It's one way here, so when you get off the bus you need to go one street up in order to get the bus back, but 50 cents, I mean that's a bargain. If you wanted to come here via a taxi service, they would have charged you around 20 bucks. So yeah, quite a difference between the local bus cost and taxi services from the port. So isn't that lovely? And we're going to take a walk up here now to see what we can find here in Malachi. Okay, and so when you get here as well, there's a very convenient and very helpful information service here, talking about the various places that you can visit. And there are local shops and stores here as well in this lovely manicured area, nicely looked after, nice and flowery, colourful. Isn't that nice? And of course it's on the walking tour route, no doubt organised by the cruise line themselves. So come down here to Malachi and get to see some of the real Mexico and Puerto Vallarta itself. And some lovely pieces of visual art here, built from sand and the stone from the beach by a well-known local artist. And as we walk still further, we can see again some King Neptune and one of his daughters. So isn't that lovely? And one of the little street vendors there, the still art type arrangement. And yeah, again, nice little bit of coastline. And in the distance we can see some of the built up environment in the commercial centre of Puerto Vallarta, and the tourists really keen to get their shot with the Puerto Vallarta sign.
We'll stop in the restrooms and the nest.
And there's a number of walking tours here, which is very interesting, no doubt informative as well. But we'll keep walking down this lovely coastline and see what we can find a little bit later on. And another piece of static art. And so we're going to walk away from the coastline now, and we're going to go up to this lovely cathedral that you may be able to just make out in front of us through this little park and a lovely bandstand. So let's go and take a look. Okay, so just across from the road itself and from the coast, there's a lovely little park here with some statues of no doubt very famous Mexican notaries, and a lovely bandstand here. The flora and fauna is well looked after here by the local council, and no doubt there will be some entertainment here in the bandstand at times during the season. And the walking tour seem to be stopping off at all of the popular sites. So let's just go up and take a look at this wonderful looking cathedral here in front of us. And just across the road from the little park there is this wonderful cathedral, and a number of stores either side course selling wares and hats and couture, little snacks, and there's probably a few people looking to engage you in a tour of some sort. And this wonderful cathedral, which is currently being used, and there's a wedding inside, so we may not be able to go in, but I just thought I would share that with you and then just give you a little scan down the road and the businesses and residences either side. And inside the cathedral is a beautiful altar and a wonderful place to come and sit and pray, perhaps for our Papa Francis, who sadly passed away 3 or 4 days ago. But a beautiful church and a wonderful setting for a bit of self-reflection and prayer. Okay, so that's a lovely cathedral here in Puerto Vallarta, and a lovely little avenue, beautiful flowers and somewhere to sit and somewhere to get a drink if you'd need it. And we come away now from this nice little park area and back onto the coastline on the road that's going in the other direction. Now here is the walking tours that are coming across the crossing as we go back the other way, and the tourist hop on hop off bus, which to be honest doesn't seem to be too popular, and we were going to go and consider that, but looking online there weren't many complimentary comments about it, so we decided to DIY our little trip down here instead. So you'll be pleased to know there's no hop on hop off bus tour today, and we are finding that we are enjoying our trip down here just as much. So we hope you're enjoying this trip as much as we are, and if that's the case, then could you consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Remember, it's completely free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? So it's easy to do, it's quick to do, and we would be most grateful. And of course you can look forward to weekly uploads of various ship tours and port tours and tips and advice every Thursday on the channel. So we appreciate your consideration and thank you for spending your time today here with us on this video. And so as we move further on now, we're onto, if you like, a more traditional looking boardwalk, and we're going to take a little walk down here, see what we can see. Of course there are a few little local vendors selling handcrafted goods, so if you want to get yourself a nice refreshing drink you can get that here. 1 second. And of course police presence, which is very good, nice and comfortable, and a lovely bit of street art here, flamenco dancers, and a lovely looking restaurant, and the rest of the boardwalk itself. And we're here today to find the lesser spotted Susan, who of course will be in this store here getting some retail therapy. So FYI, pesos to the dollar is 18 pesos to the dollar, but most of the shops seem to be selling items in US dollar terms. So just an FYI there. and in a little while I'm sure we will get to see the lesser spotted Susan. So I think we're on the right trail here. Nice little store actually, nice and cool in here, with lots of little knickknacks and the like, a few special offers. And there we have it, the lesser spotted Susan, getting her retail therapy for the day. And let's take another little look around the rest of the store while we're here. So good pharmacy, level of pharmacies here. They seem to be quite popular, fairly regular. So if you need anything from the chemist, you can get that. And most stores seem to be accommodating that need as well. And just an FYI here, once you get out of the cruise port itself and run through the melee of taxi drivers and tour sellers, actually when you're walking around you don't really get hassled at all. It's really quite pleasant and people keep themselves to themselves, and they don't seem to be too bothersome, which is good. And the coastline continues. And again, nice little shot down the promenade here, and a lovely looking bridge that will take us across a river, no doubt, into perhaps an area with hotels. Okay, and so here we are now, just off of the boardwalk itself, over this bridge, and looks like a little bit of a hotel sort of complex here, which is all very nice. And of course the river that I mentioned earlier, which runs out to sea. And we're going to take a further walk up the coastline and see what we can find. And again, a lovely little domain here on the little island here in the river itself, and an artisanal area where creative arts and such like are practiced, and what looks like a little hotel complex with a nice swimming pool over here on the right hand side. And so we've got over the bridge and into another lovely little area here, which is perhaps more the hotels sort of area. And there's a nice sandy beach here, which is good. So some big waves down there on the front in a little while, and yeah, it all seems rather pleasant. Now we've got past the rocky area. Stay tuned. And so as we proceed still further up the little boardwalk, now you can get into the big, more commercial area, and there are hotels on the seafront and nice little restaurants and bars. So that's very nice to see. And of course the lovely beach. Isn't it nice? And Puerto Vallarta is quite a long and extended area, and it's got some lovely coastline and some beautiful waves and a variety of hotels and bars and restaurants all the way along this lovely promenade. And we're getting a little bit more built up here now, the built environment on the boardwalk itself, and a few bars and also residences. here on the right hand side, which seem quite pleasant if you're coming down here for your vacation. And again, when we get into the little downtown area, there's a lovely little park here with some very nice seating done in the sort of Gaudi style, if you like. Quite colourful, but rounded and tile mosaic, which is lovely. And then here on the right hand side, you can see a little bar in the middle of the area. And the walking tours have come this far as well, but a lovely sort of effect in terms of all the seating and the lovely colourful design, mosaic design on both sides. So again, Puerto Vallarta is very, very colourful. It typifies the feel of Mexico and the flora and fauna, as well as the built environment. Isn't that lovely? So we hope you've been enjoying the video so far, and if that's the case, would you consider liking and subscribing to the channel? It's through your subscription, which is entirely free, not a single dime or a penny to subscribe. Will help our channel grow, and we hope you've been enjoying the video so far. Leave us any comments or any questions below, and we'll do our very best to get back to you on it. And as I say, if this is the sort of content that you like, would you consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's travel channel? We would very much appreciate it, and it'd be a pleasure to welcome you to the community. Thanks in advance. And again, some wonderful, colourful mosaics of varying designs, and the little seating area here in the centre of the park itself. How lovely is that? And as we take a walk back down the beachfront now, you can see this wonderful natural environment. Palm trees and flowers and lovely flora and fauna. Adjacent to some of these resident blocks or hotels, we're not sure which is which, but a lovely place nevertheless. Very, very similar in construction to what we've seen before in Barcelona. And the lovely ocean, and a lovely shot here of the beach itself and up the bay of Puerto Vallarta, and some lovely residences around the beach area, and lovely surf. Okay, so bear in mind the roads are quite busy here, but they are one way, and amongst it you can see a very nice little area here with a restaurant and bar akin to Umbrella Street in Puerto Plata, so that's quite pleasant to see. And we're just going to make our way up a little bit more up the road itself. Okay, so welcome back now. So we've now returned back to the cruise port, and of course you can see the lovely Serenade of the Sea across the bay there. Now it's quite a busy road here, but opposite the cruise port is the Walmart, and we've just been in the Walmart and had a quick walk around, and it's as you would expect most Walmarts look like. But also here opposite the cruise port is Galleria de Vallarta, which is like a shopping centre, and a lovely outlook, nicely looked after, some nice plants and colourful flowers, etc. But we're going to go in here and just have a quick look, give you a quick feel for what that looks like, and then we're going to come out and we're going to go off and we're going to just walk around the bay again back towards the cruise port itself. And here is a better shot of the port area itself, and here is the shopping mall, nicely decorated. So let's go in and take a little look, see what we can find here in the shopping centre itself. Okay, so when you come in, there is 2 floors to the centre itself, and a nice little water display here, a nice little cafe. Here's your favourite coffee shop upstairs if you're from the US and somebody's got a sense of humour, and they've put a store called Liverpool, which is interesting. And we'll go through now and take a little look to see what else is around here on the ground floor before going upstairs. And then upstairs is your favourite coffee store and a variety of different stores, pharmacies and mobile shops and food shops, etc. And again, another little quick scan of the stores here in the mall, and your favourite sunglasses hut, and if you want a nice little ice cream you can get one, and some footwear and beachwear and more sunglasses and remote control cars. And I think that will do for the quick scan around the shopping centre itself. Lots of car retailers in there, Kia and Honda and others, all trying to sell you a new car, FYI. And if you get a bit bored, you can always ride a dinosaur around the shopping centre itself. And as we move on, more retailers, technical stuff, Pandora, etc, etc. Yeah, so here you go. Yes, here are the dinosaurs, and you can ride them around the store and around the shopping mall if you would like. And you don't see that very often. So I think it's not US dollars, I think that's pesos, 150 pesos. For 10 minutes you can get yourself a dinosaur to have a walk around the shopping centre, courtesy of Jurassic Ride. Okay, so there you go. So we're giving you a quick little snapshot of the shopping mall and the area where Walmart resides. And we've also been downtown today, and we've been down by the beach area that we've shared with you earlier in the video. And so we're going to walk off around the bay now, back to the wonderful Serenade of the Seas. But we just thought we would, you know, just give you a little feel for Puerto Vallarta. And actually, it's a lovely place. It's a lovely place, and we look forward to coming back here again. Okay, so we're back in the port terminal now, so let's go back in now and see what we can find in the little shopping mall, which is adjacent to the port area itself. And here are some other port gates for smaller ships and for little boat tours that you might take here in Puerto Vallarta. and a little exit there from the little mall, which here is attached to the port, and they will point you in the direction of the stores and send you through, as one would expect, through all the retail opportunities here in the port itself. And if you're getting a boat tour, this is where you'll pick up that tour, just to a dock that's adjacent to the cruise ship dock. Okay, so as we walk around now in the duty-free area here in Puerto Vallarta, we can see a variety of different scents, and Mexican chocolate and vanilla and local foods, none of which of course we can bring on board, and cigars and tobacco. And we'll walk through a little bit further and we can see some alcohol and the sort of classic brands that you would likely see in the high street, and then a series of alcohols and patrons and various forms of vodka and rum and gin and whiskey. And so there you go, that's the duty-free store here in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, so we've just come through the terminal building now, and it's time to get back on board the lovely Serenade of the Seas. So it's quite a well laid out area here. Nice ambient music around, and of course the lovely Serenade of the Seas is waiting here for us. Okay, so here we are now back in the port, and here's the lovely Serenade of the Seas. We've been in Puerto Vallarta today. We went off and we had a look around the duty-free area here in the port terminal. We then took the public bus service, the cheaper option, not the bus tour, down to the main part of the town, and we spent time on the coast, on the coast and in the town itself, and we came back and also had a look at some of the big supermarkets over here, and we went to the shopping mall as well, just adjacent and across the road from the port here in Puerto Vallarta. So we're getting back on board now, so we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, could we ask you consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It's completely free, you know, and we upload every week on a Thursday. So if this is the sort of content you like, then leave us any comments or any questions below. We'll be happy to respond to them. And we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and thank you for investing your time in watching our content. So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.